G'day folks, Connor here from CW's Tech Reviews, back with another video, and today we're reviewing the Xiaomi Mi Band 4. So without further ado, hit the like button and the subscribe button and let's get stuck into the video. Let's go. Now guys, before we get started, there is links down below to Amazon and eBay if you do want to pick one up. They are affiliate links and I do appreciate your support. Alright guys, so the first thing I want to talk about is your general heart rate sensor and step tracking. Because with the Xiaomi Mi Band 4, I was a little bit skeptical that I was going to get accurate readings. Now I don't know if the Xiaomi Mi Band 4 is accurate, just like I don't know if the Samsung Galaxy Watch is accurate. But what I do know is that the Xiaomi Mi Band 4 is consistent and it is relatively on par with the Galaxy Watch. So the heart rate that I get here is almost identical to the heart rate that I get here. So for such a cheap brand, I'm pretty impressed with the heart rate tracking and the step counting. Now I want to look at running for the Xiaomi Mi Band 4. And one of the things I noticed straight away that it was about 10% out when tracking my runs. Now I was using the Galaxy Watch on this wrist and the Xiaomi Mi Band 4 on this wrist. And it was definitely about 10%. Sometimes it was about 5% out, but generally speaking, it was about 10% out. Now, I did notice that it depended on the phone that it was connected to, on how well the GPS tracks me. So for example, when I was tracking my running with the Xiaomi Mi Band 4 and the Oppo Reno Z, it was definitely 10% out. When I was tracking my runs with the Galaxy Note 9, it was about 5% out. So not too bad, but still not very accurate. Now, when something's about 10% out, then you can probably think that the rest of that run is going to be measured about 10% out. So my cadence is going to be out, my speed is going to be out, everything's going to be about 10% out. So that's something to consider. Now, when I was doing cycling, I definitely noticed that the tracking wasn't as bad. It was about 2 or 3% different to the Galaxy Watch. And that's here nor there. Again, that's coming back to splitting hairs. So I was quite impressed with the cycling tracking, as long as it's connected to your phone. Now, something that I was impressed with when it came to the Xiaomi Mi Band 4 was the swimming. Now, you all, if you've watched my videos, you know that I was really annoyed at Samsung for releasing a $500 smartwatch that couldn't track swimming to save its life. And here comes the Xiaomi Mi Band 4 coming in at 10% of the price that can track swimming as just as good as the Galaxy Watch, if not a little bit better. Now I did do a couple of swims with both of them attached to me at the same time, and the Xiaomi Mi Band 4 said I did 11 laps when I did 10, and the Galaxy Watch said I did 11 laps when I actually did 10. So they're both inaccurate, they're both way out and can't be trusted, but they definitely give you a fair idea, and I think it might just depend on the day on whether they're going to nail the tracking correctly. Like I said about the running, if your tracking's out in one area, it probably means the tracking's going to be out in the other areas as well. So your swimming, your speed, everything's going to be out for the exercise that it tracked. Now when it comes to the Xiaomi Mi Band 4, the band is relatively comfortable and easy to wear. Now I don't wear it to bed so it doesn't track my sleep. The last thing I want to have in my sleep is a piece of jewelry hitting me in the head, scratching my face as I roll around. So I don't wear it to bed. But I certainly do wear it for the rest of the day, and I found it really comfortable, and I didn't notice that I was wearing it most of the time. Now my biggest gripe with the Xiaomi Mi Band 4 is definitely the screen size. While running, I did find it hard to look and glance at the watch and get an accurate reading of my pace and distance and that sort of thing. I mean, I couldn't see it because as I was running. And look, my eyesight's not that bad, so I definitely think it's due to the size of the device. I actually had to stop running to look at it to get an accurate reading and then keep running after that. Now with the Xiaomi Mi Band 4, it was really easy to pair to my phone. You just downloaded the Mi Band app and connected. It was a lot easier to set up than most smartwatches that I have worn or fitness trackers. So that's definitely a plus. And it is a really easy app to use and a really easy device to use as well. You can swipe up, swipe down, swipe left, swipe right, the usual story, and it's got that nice little handy back button here on the display as well. So do I recommend the Xiaomi Mi Band 4? Now in my book, there's about 3 different types of people who do exercise and keep fit and like to track it. The first one is your latte sipping, Fitbit wearing person who tracks their steps and their heart rate and not much else, and they aren't that serious. this could be a good option for you and definitely would replace some of those more expensive Fitbit options on the market. This would also be good for people who are new to sport and new to tracking their fitness and their general well-being, because it might be a phase and you might grow out of it. So spending $50 is going to be a better option than spending $200, $300, $400. And I think that's where the Xiaomi Mi Band 4 fits, is in that category. If you're relatively serious about exercise, I really don't think this is the band for you. There's going to be better options out there that provide more accurate tracking. So it's easy to use. It tracks you fairly well and does a pretty good, consistent job in most areas. The application could be fine-tuned a bit more to work better with GPS. So that's pretty much it, folks. That is the Xiaomi Mi Band 4. If you'd like to know anything else, hit me up in the comments below. You know I like to hang out down there and answer everyone's questions. Hit the like button and the subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next video. Check out.